Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas. Amon G. Carter Stadium has become a show place, and the home of the TCU Horned Frogs is fired up and ready for this one. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into the snake pit of an environment, just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Aggies will kick this deep to get us going. He'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So TCU's offense comes on the field first today. And here he comes, the quarterback. All eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
Well, this guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone's hooked up to him, this team operates at maximum capacity. And that usually means their opposition is in trouble.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Finds room at the 30. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game. Boy, nice job by this offensive line. The pass gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The offense going with the hurry-up. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Tackle up near midfield at the 38. Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Catch made on the right side. They get him at the 42. Good enough for a first down. And the Horned Frogs churn out another first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still...
What a job to lay out and make the catch. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be?
He just dove for the ball. Somehow he comes up with it. What an incredible play.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with a first sack of the game.
7th play now, the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Extending the play now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. This will be a 39-yard attempt. And he knocks that one right through. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Fields it just outside the goal line. He's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense out there for their first possession. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. 2 good teams with great individual players.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Breaks loose at the 45. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Boy, when this back has room to run, he really can hurt you with his speed and the ability to accelerate upfield to pick up the first down. Think about A&M backs over the years. They have been spoiled. Some great backs, most recently, YR8.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. This quarterback on fire today.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
And now the try here for the extra point. Extra point makes the lead 4. Kickoff team is on the field to put this one away.
TCU 3.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the TCU offense takes the field. They settled for a field goal last time. Let's see what they can come up with on this possession. And they hand it off to the back. Gets some space around the 30. Tackled at the 35. Good enough for a first down. The Horned Frogs hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He's running out of time here. Down he goes, a sack. The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. And there's the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out. Try to do the same thing here. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
It's an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough.
He fires this throw and it's intercepted. Not much on the return there, but they take it over, set up the offense at the 38.
Boy, great hit. Take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
The offense, excellent field position to start this drive. Keeping it on the ground here. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. And the Horned Frogs are in the red zone. He hands it to the back. The Soft are able to bring him down quickly. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. The Horned Frogs hustle to the line to run the hurry up. play action. He's looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. Will he score here? He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU.
What a play by this quarterback. We're talking about third down. This is critical time in this game, and he comes up with that play against this coverage. Everything's covered. Uses his legs for not only a first down, but a touchdown.
Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Trucks through the defender. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackle made after just a short gain.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. So what a huge call in this game. Wipe away the first down with the offensive pass interference call and back him up 15. That has been in large part the reliance on the ground game, which has been featured from both sides in this one so far. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Now, I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple of blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Second down after that previous play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. The Aggies will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Oh, the pass is picked off. Can he take it all the way? Inside the 40. At the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas Christian. Defensive score. And the interception taken to the house. A pick-6 potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. Let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And here's the return from inside the 5. Being tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick-6, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. And that's incomplete, even on a first down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure. Incomplete. Second down coming up. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's looking deep here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, A&M.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake, and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And the point after is good. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the TCU offense is back out on the field. You have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown on their last possession. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Here's the second down play.
That's a good job here staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up second and manageable here for this offense.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. He pulls it in for a big gain. And the gain just good enough for a first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw over the middle. And it's complete downfield. Tackle finally made, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it at the 34. And the Horned Frogs come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Here's the handoff on a counter. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. Offense in hurry-up mode.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
It's a run. Running back's got it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Finds this receiver. That's enough for the first down. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Offensive machine. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some.
Here's the throw deep downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. And he's going to launch it deep again. But this one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up 3rd and 10. Looking to throw yet again. The pass rush closing in. Finding some room at the 25. They'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. Here comes a throw from the red zone. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Chris, remember in college football, it's just 1 foot down to be able to count for a touchdown. Does a great job towards the back line there. Doesn't go out of bounds. Goes up into the air and gets that 1 foot down. That's good. That's a score.
TCU 24, Texas A&M 21.
Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Moved right down the field for a touchdown. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They finally get him down. It's a big gain. Ball moves to the 47.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Running out of time in the pocket. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field. And that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
He pulls in the catch. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz. You hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
Finding space at the 20. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The Horned Frogs starting a new series here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Touchdown, TCU. This offense really clicking.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Oh, and he's got some space here. They get him down, but he found a good lane in that return. So the drive starts with pretty decent field position. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Lining up to try the extra point. PAT is good. They still trail, though. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. They'll return it from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the TCU offense takes the field. Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put him in scoring position before the half. So about 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up on 1st and 10. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They pressure him and sack him, and they tackle inside the 10.
Well, that's another big sack for this defense. They've come up with so many sacks. It's a great way to get back into this football game. Now, give the quarterback credit. He's played tough through that so far, but one mistake could potentially be a game-changing play.
A minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will kick this deep to begin the second half. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Empty set now, 5 wide. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And he's going to fire this one deep down the middle. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Touchdown, A&M. And they will claim the second half lead. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
35, TCU, 31.
They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the TCU offense is back out on the field. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Caught in the flat by the running back. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. And the Horned Frogs hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Jukes to get free. Brought down, but broke the tackle to produce a solid gain there. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. They're going to run the option. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. The Horned Frogs will send their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the second time. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Coverage team brings down the returner. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can he keep it going here? And the running back takes the handoff. He's found some room at the feet, just trucks through the defender. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
Man, this guy can fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and phew, he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
He'll toss it to the back. Touchdown, Aggies. Still no answer for this offense.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. When they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
PAT is good, so the lead now is 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
TCU, 31.
Return begins inside the 10. And the returner will be brought down. And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
So this offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll tackle him right at the 31. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. On the run, going to heave it downfield. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. And the Horned Frogs will have to punt this one away. So on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Choosing to return the punt. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments to prevent that this time. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the receivers got it.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Second down after that completion. And the quarterback dropping back. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Short connection to the tight end here. The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Short pass finds the tight end.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
That short completion sets up a third down play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
So they'll pass up the long field goal attempt and keep the offense on the field for fourth down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create the short completion of the tight end. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Oh, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
That makes the score. Texas.
Kick the ball off now.
TCU 31.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the TCU offense takes the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. On first down, it's play action. He's moving out of the pocket. Slides to avoid the big hit. And the Horned Frogs hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks. First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
I'd really like this call by this offense on second and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
First down, looking to throw the football. He'll take a deep shot here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Big gain across midfield down near the 30-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Looking to throw it on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Second down play coming up. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down. And as we take a break to flip into the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings.
Texas A&M 49, TCU 31.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Oh, and he can't hold on. First down screen is incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway. So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? So they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
And these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. First down, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. That incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. He'll test the right side here. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Looking to make a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Boy, a questionable call there on third down. I know they don't convert, but why not run the ball? Keep the clock moving, especially working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Now you got a big decision here on fourth down and short.
Good enough for the first down to the 37. They bring him down, but the freshman quarterback showing off the arm strength.
First down for the offense.
Now they're running on the toss. Gets into space at the... Just runs through a man. A mismatch. They're let out of bounds after another big game. They have chewed up this defense with the ground game today. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down.
There's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
It's third and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Gets rid of it on the move. Receiver makes the grab, and they pick up the first out of the 23, getting closer to the red zone. And the Aggies come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit, they were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal. The Aggies will line up here on first down and goal. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Hey, it's a great job of running the football. It's the right idea, but the back's got to stay in bounds. Because remember, with the new rule in college football, the clock still stops momentarily until the referee sets the play clock for the next play, and then...
Touchdown, A&M. And this one is getting ugly.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
56, TCU, 31.
And here's the return from inside the 5. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive. And the TCU offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy, and the receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Goes to the sideline, steps out after a short gain. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. That completion sets up a third down play. Looking to throw again. Quarterback escapes the pocket. They'll bring him down short of the marker, and now it's going to be fourth down.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
4th down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Will hand it off. No, he didn't make it. He stopped short on 4th down, and that could be a fatal blow to this offense. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
After a 1st down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. Here's the toss play now, running left. That's a solid gain, moves the ball to the 29.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. That's an important 1st down on that running play. He'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running pound hill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result was a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Well, this one ended up being a blowout. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.
Yeah, I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up. But give credit to this team for coming out with a good game plan and just dominating the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.